Reports are pouring in saying that the head coach of Kaizer Chiefs has been let go, and it is rumored that the reason behind that is the fact that he has personal issues that he's dealing with. But personal issues or not, I personally think that they could have let him go at the end of last season because firstly, Kaizer Chiefs is such a big team to a point that we do not expect it to end the season the way it did last season. And we should look at we should take examples as South Africans. We should take examples from teams like Al Ahly. Look at what Al Ahly did with Coach Ribeiro when he was underperforming with just the few games that he played with the team. They let him go, no conversations, no nothing. So I feel like South African teams should also follow in the same example, because sometimes they let coaches overstay even though the coaches are not performing. Imagine staying at Kaizer Chiefs for the time that he stayed, and then at the end of the day, he only gave them the Nedbank Cup and a very, very, very low position at the end of the season. So that's not a good performance for a Kaizer Chiefs coach. Basically, Kaizer Chiefs is not supposed to be performing that way. Orbit FC, yes, they can perform that way because they are new. Marumo Gallants, for an example, they can perform that way also because they are basically just smaller teams. They're not that small, but they don't have the amount of experience and the amount of followers, the amount of, you know, love like Kaizer Chiefs does. So seeing a big team like Kaizer Chiefs ending below the log like that, that was supposed to be the reason to let him go. I feel like he should have been let go. But that's basically what I think. Still talking about him, it is rumored that he's gonna be replaced by our former coach. So our former coach is rumored, our former coach who does not currently have a job because he failed to impress Al Ahly, and as a result he was let go. So our former coach is rumored to, be the candidate. He's rumored to be the candidate of, being the head coach at Kaizer Chiefs. So I know that that would be crazy. At this point, it seems like Kaizer Chiefs really just wants to be Orlando Pirates. And if this is true, it would really mean that Kaizer Chiefs really are following Orlando Pirates and they wanna follow in the same footsteps as Orlando Pirates. But what I know is that we should look at it this way. Orlando Pirates was performing last season and Orlando Pirates is also performing, They didn't have the best two games, but that's as it stands, they have won the MTN 8, and that's enough. So they are performing and they are currently number 5 to number 6 on the log table. They've only lost 2 games. You understand? And then we look at the coach. Let us just look at Coach Ribeiro. He was performing last season, but he failed to perform this season. So, which means it was never really him at the end of the day. It was not only about Coach Ribeiro, it was team effort. So we are not worried about him. It would be hazardous, yes, because he still knows some of the tactics. He still understands some of the players, some of the best players that Orlando Pirates has. He has coached those players and he knows them. So he would take that to the opposition, basically. So that's the situation right now. I know that this is not something we were expecting to hear, but I think that it would be hazardous, but also it would be good for Kaizer Chiefs to have somebody new. I saw a lot of people in the comment section saying that Orlando Pirates fans are not happy because Nabi left, while the Kaizer Chiefs fans are happy because they're saying that as Orlando Pirates, we enjoyed seeing Kaizer Chiefs in misery. And I'd like to say, we don't want to see Kaizer Chiefs in misery. We want Kaizer Chiefs to be at its peak. Because when we play with Kaizer Chiefs, we don't want excuses like our coach this. We don't want excuses like, brown envelopes and all. So we want to see Kaizer Chiefs at their peak. I was actually happy to see Kaizer Chiefs performing the way it did because I knew that they are finally worthy opponents. But we'll just have to see and just wait to hear what the decision is, who is gonna be the new head coach of Kaizer Chiefs. According to me, I felt like if they could have given whoever was there stand-in coach while Nabi was absent. I think that they should have given whoever that is an opportunity to coach the team because he was impressive. Kaizer Chiefs was performing without Nabi, so it's clear that the problem is not Kaizer Chiefs. The problem is basically the coach. Either they do not like the coach, so that's also a possibility. Kaizer Chiefs players could be in a position whereby they do not like the coach, but nonetheless, I still believe that whoever was the stand-in coach could, should be given an opportunity to continue with the team because he was doing a great job. So that's what I think. But that's what the situation is right now. That's the rumors that there is. But as for Nabi leaving Kaizer Chiefs, it has been confirmed. But we're just waiting to hear if it is actually true that Coach Ribeiro will join Kaizer Chiefs. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section. Till next time, peace.